My job is to communicate the fact that the United States has a stake in the well-being of the Muslim world.
Now, those of you who are naive and don't even understand what is happening are saying we have no right to criticize Obama. It's too early in his administration. Normally, that would be true if it was only a week or so into an administration. But within this short period of time, he has already passed 5 executive orders, which means he is ruling like a petty dictator. And worse yet, he has shocked the 47 million Americans who were questioning his loyalties, to be very frank with you, before the election. He has sent shivers through a good half of the United States in groveling before the Arab street and speaking first not to Main Street in America, but to the Middle East. He has made either a serious error in judgment or a calculated move to signal to the world exactly where he's coming from. He did not sit down with Fixed News Network, not even with the Communist News Network, or which I affectionately have been calling the Crescent News Network for years. He did not sit down with MSLGBT. Instead, he went with the Arab language cable network, Al Arabiya, which is no friend of America.
The language we use has to be language of respect. You know, I have Muslim members of my family. I have lived in Muslim countries.
The largest one?
The largest one, Indonesia. And so what I want to communicate is the fact that in all my travels throughout the Muslim world, what I've come to understand is that regardless of your faith, people all have certain common hopes and common dreams.
Obama has conducted the first sit-down interview of his presidency, not with the American street, not with the American news, but with who? The Arab street, the Arab language cable network Al Arabiya. For his first interview, and Americans are outraged. Americans are shocked and outraged. Listen to these reactions posted on the website where this horrible news was first broken. The hope and changer-in-chief thinks that the power of his personality and the flash of his pearly whites are going to convince the Iranians to give up their nukes. Sure. He's extremely naive. Militant Islam hates us because we are successful, and their countries rely on the USA. Obama isn't going to change that with words. This is really sad. It shows his lack of foreign policy experience. He will be a backroom joke for other countries. We will pay for his lack of foreign policy experience. The U.S. is so sad today, but don't you feel diverse? The road to hell is being paved by Obama's good intentions. You see overwhelmingly negative reactions from the silenced majority of 47 million Americans. And listen to what those who actually voted for Obama have to say about it. I didn't vote for this garbage that Obama is pulling. He told us he was a centrist. Well, guess what, folks? He isn't. He won just 53% of the vote. 4% changing their minds would have made him a loser. I feel stupid for having voted for him. Never again. Oh, I guess there's some buyer's remorse there. Another one said, I voted for this. In 1 week, he is totally destroying America's prestige. Now gives first post-election interview to a reporter in Dubai. Where is his reaching out to lead as a moderate? I want my vote back. You see, Obama has made a serious error in judgment. It is clear that he values the opinion of the world over the opinion of voters in the United States who actually elected him. Well, I actually think that it's the people in the Arab street who elected him. That's where the hidden money came from. It's clear he cares more about his folks who put him in power from the Mideast than the people from the Midwest.
We need to understand, Democrats, the fact that we are talking about this very large recovery package is an acknowledgement that the right-wing philosophy of leave the market alone, that it hasn't worked.
Then there's new Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner. You got to hear this guy. This guy takes the cake for New World Order, man of the world, stooge in clip 22.
My parents gave me, among many wonderful things, they gave me the important gift of showing me the world as a child. They took us to live in Zambia and Rhodesia, and then to India and to Thailand. And from those places, I saw America through the eyes of others. And it was that experience, seeing the extraordinary influence of America on the world, that led me to work in government.
Now, what does that have to do with being Treasury Secretary in a time of depression? Unless he would like to bring the economy of Zambia to America, or the economy of Zimbabwe to America, or the economy of Thailand to America, I don't understand what this jerk is trying to say. I also showed my children the world as a child. And my son has become a diehard conservative. He didn't become a New World Order gooey-eyed liberal. So what in the world do his parents have to do with saving America from this meltdown? I haven't any idea what this man is talking about. I do know this. The new Treasury Secretary, Tim Geithner, is a tax dodger. He has had to pay money to the IRS for not paying taxes, and yet that's who they put in charge of the Treasury Department. Okay? I mean, I rest my case. We have an idiot, we have a thug, we have a socialist, we have a degenerate. Everywhere you turn, there's another disgrace running the government, in my opinion. If you don't like it, it's too bad. We still have free speech. And you know what? I'm going to get even more vociferous in my opposition, not less. If you think I'm going to stop, you're mistaken. I'm going to get even more vociferous. I'm going to get louder. I'm going to get more insulting until such time as it's illegal. And then I'll go underground and I'll do my show on michaelsavage.com. And then let's see what the government does. What are they going to do, close down the internet? Let's see what happens when they try to stop the pornographers. Let us see what happens when they try to stop one of their primary donor bases, the pornographic industry, the porno industry. You understand what I'm saying to you? Today, an empty tube of lipstick named Martha McCollum cut off the one, Republican senator daring to stand up to the so-called stimulus package because there was $4 billion for groups like Acorn. And this empty tube of lipstick, Martha McCollum, cut him right off in clip 14. Let's hear it again.
How much room is there, I guess, to negotiate some of this stuff that may not be necessary, at least in the first initial stage of this?
Well, there's a lot of things in there that we simply won't agree with. Now, some of them are small, like National Endowment for the Arts. We don't think we need more government-subsidized art. Acorn's under criminal investigation in 12 states. Yet there is a $4 billion program that political activist programs or organizations like Acorn will participate in.
Congressman, I'm up against a hard break. We're going to have to leave it there. I thank you very much for joining us. I'm about to get cut off. We'll be right back right after this.
Okay, there's Fixed News Network anchor, the empty tube of lipstick, Martha McCollum, cutting off Representative Spencer Bachus, a Republican who's a conservative from Alabama, explaining very reasonably why he opposes the stimulus package, $4 billion for groups like Acorn, and the empty tube of lipstick cuts him right off. Now do you understand the trouble you're in? I don't think you have many choices in the media, frankly.